Hi, it's Walter Burns from Keller Williams City Life Realty and livingonthehudson.com for this week's Living on the Hudson weekly recap. Taking a look at the news over the past week regarding Hudson County real estate, I saw this article that a lawsuit has been filed to block an 18-story development at Jersey City's Beacon. The Beacon is the former Jersey City Medical Center. So you have downtown Jersey City here on the waterfront. The Beacon is located in the Journal Square section, and it's a former hospital that was converted into condominiums around 2006. And also residential rental apartments. So basically, these towers back here are the condos, and several others are rental only. And it looks like they want to develop a piece of property that's on this block, on this site, excuse me. And I believe it's right here. This corner back here, they're looking to develop. So a lawsuit has been filed to block that. I'll link this down below. It looks like a nonprofit has filed a lawsuit against it. So as I find out more information, I'll be happy to let you know. The Beacon is a condominium building located at 4 Beacon Way. Sometimes it's referred to as the Rialto. And I'll link that building down below so you can check it out from my website, Living on the Hudson. You can see what the units look like. So that's happening over the Beacon. Market snapshot for the past week will be linked down below here on YouTube, updated over the past week as far as year to date, how many homes have sold, also absorption rates, the pace at which each market is selling, the months of supply in each market, and also how many properties are currently for sale in each market. And I've discussed absorption rates in the past as far as when you're at less than 6 months of supply, moving towards 1 month, you're moving towards a stronger seller's market. When you're at greater than 6 months of supply, you're moving towards a buyer's market. Most of the areas are in seller market territory. So that's linked down below here on YouTube. As far as the market over the past week in the Hudson County area, there have been 94 properties that went under contract in the past week in the Hudson County Multiple Listing Service. That's down. The previous week was 110. These properties had an average list price of $886,000 and a median list price of $697,000. Last week it was $739,000. So the average price is up. Median last week was $599,000, and this week it's $697,000. So it's up as well. Days in the market, 39 days was the average, and 22 was the median. Last week it was 35 is the average, and 24 is the median. So about the same. Taking a look at the properties, and there were some big sales that took place over the past week. Let's see here, over in Hoboken. At Maxwell Place, 1025 Maxwell Lane, Unit 906. This is actually a 1-bedroom plus den. They're calling it a 2-bedroom for search purposes, but it's really a 1-bedroom plus den, 2 full bath, 1,298 square foot unit. The den does not have a window, and this is a common floor plan in this building. You have a south-facing unit listed for $1,495,000 on the market 12 days. Also came with parking for 1 car. 1025 Maxwell Lane is the first phase at Maxwell Place, built in 2004. So it has a concierge on site. All of the amenities, though, are off-site in the building. They're across the street. So you have access to amenities at 1125 Maxwell, which include the fitness center, the residence lounge, and the outdoor pool. The parking is on site, though, in this building. It's in the ground underneath the building. And you also have shuttle to and from Hoboken Path. This unit looks like it has been renovated. It's not an original unit. As far as the kitchen, looks like they've done some updating. And it is a south-facing unit looking south over Hoboken, and also had a view, looks like, of Lower Manhattan. Yep, so it has the view, World Financial. And that has gone under contract at 1025 Maxwell Lane, list price $1,495,000 on the market for 12 days. Moving into downtown Jersey City, there was a penthouse at 99 Hudson Street. This is the tallest residential building in the area. Penthouse 7503. List price was $4,148,000. Looks like it was on the market 50 days. It was actually on the market for several years. When they had it listed this time, it was 50 days. However, this unit is a raw space. The builder is just delivering electrical and plumbing. There's no kitchen. There's no bathroom in there. I think there's a stove in there just because they have to supply it for certificate of occupancy reasons. But it is a complete raw space where the buyer of this property is going to have to fit it out and build it out to whatever they want. And that is what the developer, that was their intention when they sold the penthouse level units. They were quote unquote white boxes. They just supply you with plumbing and electrical hookups, and you bring everything else. So you bring your contractor, you bring your designer. These photos are of the amenities in 99 Hudson. But I was in this penthouse unit a few years ago, and I believe it's a south-facing unit looking towards Liberty State Park. And that has gone under contract for $4,148,000 was the ask price. When it closes, I'll be happy to report back on what it's sold for. And they're saying as a build out, you could build it into 3 bedrooms and 3 full baths. But we'll see, what it ends up selling for when it closes in a few months. In downtown Jersey City at the Wells Fargo Loft Building, 299 Pavonia Ave, Unit 1-8. This is a 3-bed, 2-bath duplex, 2,564 square feet. List price was $1,725,000. This was on the market a week. The Wells Fargo building, located just west of Hamilton Park at 299 Pavonia Avenue. It is a former horse stable for Wells Fargo Bank back in the day, like 1800s. So very historic building, and they converted it into condominiums in the 1980s. They are loft units, so many of them have very high ceilings. This unit looks like it was recently updated. When I saw this list, I had a feeling it would go pretty quick. And this building contains units of various sizes. I've seen units of 1,500 square feet all the way up to over 5,000 square feet. And this unit looks like it has been recently renovated. The building has a virtual doorman. They also have, it's an elevator building, and they also have parking. The association owns a parking lot like 1 block away where most people, I believe, have outdoor parking for 1 car. And this has gone under contract at the Wells Fargo. List price $1,725,000 on the market 1 week. Moving a little further north, up in West New York at 9 on the Hudson, 9 Avenue of Port Imperial, penthouse 8. This is a 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,754 square foot penthouse level unit facing east towards New York. List price was $2,250,000 on the market 21 days. Also came with parking for 2 cars. I was in this unit before. I rented it several years ago. And this unit faces south, so you're looking directly down the Hudson River with Manhattan on the left, West New York on the right, and you can see downtown Jersey City straight ahead. Very bright unit. Nine on the Hudson was developed by K. Avnanian around 2018. 24-hour concierge building located not far from Port Imperial Ferry Terminal. Bus to New York is also pretty close as well, and the light rail. You have a large on-site fitness center, residence lounge. There's a common area rooftop as well, with barbecue area. So there is an amenity-driven building in the Port Imperial section of West New York. And this has gone under contract. List price was $2,250,000 on the market 21 days. Looking through some of the solds, over in Bulls Ferry, Jacobs Ferry, you have 79 Lydia Drive. This is a 2-bed, 2.5-bath, 1,482 square foot duplex. List price was $885,000. It sold for $865,000 on the market for 15 days. This is the townhome community, Bulls Ferry and Jacobs Ferry. developed between like the early 90s up until around 2000. And this is about 70% of the complex is in West New York. About 30% of it is in Guttenberg, and this is on the Guttenberg side. All properties in this community come with 2-car parking, at least. So you have an indoor garage spot for 1 car as well as an outdoor driveway spot. And there's over 10 different layouts in this community. This is one of the 2-bedroom layouts. And link down below on YouTube, you'll find all the buildings I'm discussing as well as this one. As far as Bolts Ferry, Jacobs Ferry, there's many different layouts there. The sizes range from around 1,250 square feet to over 4,000 square feet. And this unit, popular layout, 1,482 square foot duplex, sold for $865,000. In Hoboken at 1,400 Hudson Street, unit 511, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,334 square foot unit, came with parking for 1 car. This is on the corner of 15th and Hudson, developed by Toll Brothers about 8 years ago. This is list price $1,695,000, and it's sold for full price, $1,695,000. On the market 2 weeks. Looks like it was a cash purchase. So this was a courtyard, looks like a courtyard facing unit. This building has a 24-hour concierge. They also have an on-site pool. The outdoor pools in this building, on-site fitness center. You have a residence lounge in this building. Shuttle to and from Hoboken Path, and you're not far from the ferry terminal on 14th Street in Hoboken. Developed by Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers developed this building along with several others in the area, including 1425 Hudson, which is across the street, 1450 Washington. Toll Brothers also developed Harborside Lofts, which is nearby, and they converted the Hudson T building into condominiums back in 2004. So they're a big developer in this neighborhood, and this has sold over at 1,400 Hudson Street for $1,695,000. In downtown Jersey City at Crystal Point 2 2nd Street, unit 3103. This is a 2-bed, 2.5-bath, 1,373 square foot unit. Crystal Point is developed right up into the Hudson River. It's basically one of the buildings that has the most direct views of New York in downtown Jersey City. This listed for $1,199,999, and it sold for full price, $1 over asking, for $2 million on the market 24 days. Also came with parking for 1 car. This is a direct east-facing 2-bedroom unit, looking right at World Financial Center. And this is like a split-level floor plan. So you have 1 bedroom on one side, the bedroom on and then another bedroom on the opposite end, living room, kitchen in the middle. Very popular layout in the building. Also had an outdoor terrace. Crystal Point developed by Fisher Development. You have outdoor pool. You have on-site fitness center. Valet parking for 1 car is included with all units. So it's valet only. You also have a game room area, indoor screening room, large fitness center, as I mentioned. So again, amenity-driven building, very popular building, downtown Jersey City. And this has sold for $2 million over at Crystal Point. In Journal Square, you have Canco Lofts located at 50 Day Street. This is 50 Day Street, unit 435, 2-bed, 2-bath, 1,300 square foot loft. When you drive west on Route 1 and 9 towards Newark over the Pulaski Skyway, you pass Canco Lofts on the left side. It's a former American Canning Company factory building. They've only developed, I believe, 2 out of the 5 sites so far, and there is future development there to come. But here you have a 2-bedroom, 1,300 square foot loft. List price was $715,000, and it's sold for $715,000. Loft units, you have high ceilings. It's a former factory building. The building has a 24-hour concierge. Rental parking is available on site. They also have indoor fitness center, residence lounge area, and you're not far from the Journal Square path. And this is sold over at Canco Lofts for $715,000. Finally, Spoke previously about 9 on the Hudson. That unit, the penthouse unit going into contract. Here's one that's sold. So here you have a 3-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1,842 square foot unit on the market 5 days. List price was $1,788,000. It sold for $1,700,000. Look, another cash purchase. Also came in parking for 2 cars. And it looks like this unit is on the courtyard. So this is on the courtyard of the building overlooking. This is the north tower of the 9 on the Hudson building. And there's a courtyard in the middle. So it's made up of, you basically have a north tower and a south tower. Yep, on the courtyard. So this is common space down here with the view of New York. They're going to build 2 buildings here on this site that's just east of the building. Everybody who's purchased here is well aware of it. Some units will have views impacted, some will not, or some will still retain partial views. I believe that building is called Vista Point, coming on the market later this year. And this unit has sold over at 9 on the Hudson for $1,700,000. All the units I'm discussing, the buildings I'm discussing, will be linked down below here on YouTube from my website, so you can check out what's available for sale, other units that sold. Also linked down below, you'll have article about the Beacon this week, as well as the market snapshot. These videos come out every Monday discussing the Hudson County real estate market. And if you have any questions about the Hudson County real estate market, please feel free to reach out to me anytime at walter@livingonthehudson.com or at 347-448-3766. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.